Alright guys, I for this series, the Kakapo Talks 3DP, today I just have to talk about two things because this is just way, too crazy. We have so much Bamboo Lab clones coming out, and this one, the Two Trees SK1, claims to be just the same price as the Creality K1 and the if we get rid of the early bird, it'll be the same price as the Flash Forge Adventure 5M. Well, this printer is pretty interesting. I'm actually surprised that Two Trees doesn't offer an enclosure for this. I mean, it's such a good one. I mean, it could be enclosed, but they didn't do it. Let's take a look at all the features. So, looks like finally someone tried to break Bamboo Lab's 600 millimeters per second barrier and tried something new at 700. And we have a 300C nozzle, the good old broken AI tuning. We have the Z-tilt, and we have exactly the same printing size as the Bamboo Labs X1 Carbon. I'm serious, why? But that doesn't matter. So yeah, here's your speed benchy. It's got a pretty decent flow rate, not as high as the FLSun S1, which had an 100 millimeter cubed flow rate. That one was insane. Check out my last video. It will be linked in the description. It's got your usual input shaping and motion advance right here. It allows for quality printing at the 700 millimeters per second speed and larger printing size. I'm skeptical about that. 256 by 256 by 256 is the same size of the Bamboo Lab X1 Carbon. Well, one of the few Core XY 3D printers with a high printing speed and a large printing size. That's not true. The Bamboo Lab has the same size. Smaller exterior dimension and larger printing size. I'm really confused by that. Alright, let's go down. Z-tilt, nice. I mean, you see that on Bamboo Lab printers, you see that on Voron Tridents, you see that on Voron 2.4s, you see that on Rat Rigs, you see them on every premium printer. Same. Mesh, I would like a 64-point mesh, please. Thanks. And linear rails, ordinary. We got a good direct drive extruder, the one they used in their also their recent model, which was the SP5V3. We'll get to it later. They have a Bamboo Lab cloned hot end. They got remote monitoring. They got the PEI, and they got some interesting. Anyways, if we check out the SP5V3, which is a similar printer, this was released a few weeks back from the SK1, and this machine is also said to be high speed. With a price of $395, only $4 cheaper. I would recommend, if you're buying these Two Tree machines, to try the new one, because this one, even though it's pretty nice, it's not as good as the new one. It doesn't have clipper, it doesn't have the Z-tilt leveling, but it does have a nice printer frame for fast printing, and it could last a long time. So this thing is basically what came before the SK1. So yeah, like, no one cares about this now. I also want to show you guys how similar the SK1 is to the Adventure 5M. As you can see, its regular price right here is $599, and the 5M Pro has a price of $559, and it also has a price of $599. So it'll be interesting to see which of these machines come in at the top of the competition. This one surely is smaller, and this one surely doesn't have clipper, but it sure does have lots of things packed in. It sure is slower too. Haha. Well, guess what? So the point of this second video I made today is just to show how crazy the BAMBU Lab clone market is right now. And ever since BAMBU Lab released their X1 Carbon, just like the Ender 3, lots of copycat companies spring up and they try to replicate the design to try to make something that will bring their own company into success like BAMBU Lab. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. In this case, I would say it's better than an Ender 3 clone, but still, could be better. They could design something themselves and, in this case, add an enclosure like the BAMBU Lab. Well, guess what? Not everyone is a perfect copycat, so I'll see you all copycats later on Kakapo Industries. Yeah, let's go. Subscribe! Wow.